Hey everybody, this is Ron Navy. Haven't really put too much on my channel. I said I was going to do a review of the new Thrawn book, which is the second book in a 3-book series on Thrawn. This one is Thrawn Alliances, and I actually really enjoyed this book. It starts out in the same time as Thrawn's trying to deal with the rebels. In fact, it picks up right when Thrawn failed in getting the rebels on, and they broke through his blockade. And Palpatine summons Vader and Thrawn, and Vader seems to think it's because Thrawn failed, but the reason why is totally something different. I'm not going to do a lot of spoilers here or anything. I'm just going to give a quick synopsis, overview of it. So not going to give too much away. But it starts out where he summons them, and there's a disturbance in the Force. He tells them that he wants them both to go, gives Thrawn command of the ship, and Vader's the one that's supposed to take care of the disturbance in the Force that Palpatine feels. And also he's doing it because Thrawn's from the unknown regions, and he said he had his loyalty to Palpatine, but he wants to test that loyalty, and he also wants to test Vader because Vader still has, the Jedi in him, and the reason why he's doing this is he's sending them to a planet Batu, which they're both familiar with because they both met each other and unknowingly undid one of Palpatine's plans. This is right at the beginning of the book, so I'm not giving too much away. But it was when they met each other, Vader was Anakin at the time, and Thrawn was Thrawn, and he wasn't part of the Empire yet. So he wants to send them there to see how they react to each other, and it's really a good story, I feel, because it's got two storylines. It goes back and explains what happened when it was Anakin and Thrawn, and then it brings up back to present. So it goes back and forth from past to present, and it's very interesting too. And you're gonna get to see Thrawn and what really a tactician he is, and how he just figures everything out. In fact, during this whole thing of present time, when they're off together, you can see Thrawn, he's putting things together. Obviously, Vader already knows Thrawn as when he was Anakin, but you got to realize that when Vader became Vader, went from Anakin to Vader, he tried to suppress all his memories of Anakin, and just go by Vader, and it's like Anakin never existed. So you're gonna see in this book where Thrawn starts pushing a lot of buttons and really pissing Vader off, and Vader pushing Thrawn's buttons, and it's really an awesome book. They go to Batu, and that's the same planet they met on, and they it's just really interesting to see how they interact with each other in both time periods. And you get to see Padme. Padme's there because in the past when they met, that's how Anakin went, because she went there with one of her handmaidens, who's one of her protectors, and they were trying to figure out what was going on in that area, and that's why Padme left. Even though Anakin didn't want her to go, he knew he couldn't stop her, and so when he doesn't hear back from her, then he goes and tries to find out what happened to her, and that's where him and Thrawn meet, and that's where they begin their interactions. And it's really cool how they interacted with each other, even then in the past, and then how they interact with each other in the present time of the book. And it's got a really, really good ending. It makes you think where Star Wars could go in the future, or where they could have went. I mean, J.J. Abrams, I mean, and Johnson. I mean, they messed everything. We all know what they did, and we're not happy with it. I mean, most of us are okay with what J.J. did for the most part. We're not totally happy with it, but he at least brought in the characters and set them up for development and gave them some stories and gave us questions that we wanted answered. And then Johnson totally screwed everything up, so here we are. But in this book, it gives you a lot of things that they could actually pull out of this book and bring into future Star Wars in the present time, and basically maybe do a backstory too of this period of time before, when the First Order was starting, and it doesn't directly tie anything with the First Order or anything else like that. So but you can see where it can go, especially dealing with the unknown regions, because Bataan is right there at the edge of the unknown regions, which is where Thrawn's from, and it totally brings in a different group of people. So I don't want to get too much into more than that. I give it a thumbs up. I really enjoyed it. I think he wrote the book well. I enjoyed the first Thrawn book he did. I know there's going to be some people that probably won't like it, but it felt Star Wars to me. I mean, it totally felt Star Wars to me. To me, is better than both the movies. I enjoyed anything with Vader in it and Thrawn. The interaction between those two, it was really, really well done, in my opinion. And pick up the book, or I do audios. I mean, it's just easier. You can listen to it, if you're in the car, or you got some time at work or whenever. It's easier to do than strain. I mean, I already got bad eyes, so I don't want to sit there and read a 300-page book or 200-page book and strain my eyes. Plus, I can do other things while I'm listening to it, so I prefer the audio. Other than that, hey, this is my first actual review or anything. I'm just going to put up... I'm a hack. I don't know how to do all the things everybody else knows, like Greg from Reviews for You, and Ethan, and Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and Ivan, and all those great people that put up all this great content. John Talks Star Wars, all of you. I mean, I'm just a nub here, so anyways, I hope you enjoyed my little review and of the book. Like I said, I love the book. I can't wait to see the next one, and I think the next one is gonna answer a lot more questions. And it was cool that it started out during the Rebel time period. when Thrawn was dealing with the rebels. So yeah. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. Press like if you like it. Leave a comment. Like to get your feedback. Yeah, I'm kind of I need to trim and shave and all that other stuff, but yeah, it is what it is. So hey, peace.